Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Trading Futures Live. Today is Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. Pre-market analysis for today. Let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to take a look at the news here today, Tuesday the 23rd. We do have Flash Services PMI and Flash Manufacturing PMI at 9:45. So we're definitely going to want to be on the lookout for that. 15 minutes into the market open. We've also got new home sales at 10 a.m. and Richmond Manufacturing Index. Have a few orange folders tomorrow, and then looking ahead to Thursday, GDP quarter over quarter and unemployment claims at 8:30, and then Friday core PC price index and Powell speaking at 10 a.m. So still some decent news throughout the week. And really starting today at 9:45. We didn't really have any news yesterday. And so we need to make sure to remember 9:45 and 10 a.m. today. We might have some added volatility into the market at that time. If we take a look at the four major indexes overnight, I've got the four here. The blue dash line is where price closed yesterday. So this is yesterday's range here. And you'll see we're pretty much flat. We broke yesterday's low some, but quickly reversed back up in the London session, and then have just been flat, trying to pull back now to retest the lows from the overnight. But I'm not going to say a very, very tight range, but in a pretty tight range. On the ES, we've done about 40 points of the nearly 70 ATR, so we have done more than half, but it's not like we've totally tapped it out. We've done about, let's see if I can pull up another screen. On the NQ, we've done about, I don't have it there. Oh, no, sorry. On the NQ, we've done 142 points, and the daily ATR is 297, so we've done a little less than half on the NQ. So plenty of room to run if the market does want to. And again, the markets are pretty much flat, though. We have had 2 consecutive down days, right? We had a Friday of last week, finally broke out of the range of the entire week, and then yesterday gapped down, broke down in the overnight, and then continued to break down during the live session, or doing the regular trading hour session. Let's go ahead and take a look at the charts, though. Well, also want to point out the dollar. Right, we did have a strong run on the dollar yesterday, and it is also basically flat. This breakout coincides with the breakdown in the markets below the lows. And then, again, a quick retracement back at the open of the London session. But essentially flat. VIX is essentially flat as well. If we want to be short in the market, we want to see the VIX going up, which it did yesterday. And if we are long in the market, we want to see the VIX going down, right? And so we use that as one of our internals that we look at throughout the trading day. If we go ahead and take a look at the charts on the ES, we've got the weekly, right? We've really only had one day on the weekly yesterday, and it has already created a nice candle so far in one day. Whether or not it continues further down to test these lows, I can certainly see it testing the lows of this level that it's in right now, that it's pulled back to, whether it does it today or whether it does it later in the week. Remember, we do have quite a few days of news ahead of us for this weekly candle to end up being a quite large candle, and possibly even, right, let's say pushing down more today, and then reversing later in the week, and being a huge buying candle like this one with a large wick on the bottom. So still early in the week, still yet to be determined. On the weekly, though, I am bearish. I've been bearish for quite a while, right? Lower highs, respecting this trend line there. For me to be bullish on this time frame, I need to see it pull back, which it's doing, and it has done, and then break these highs and break the trend line, and then my bias would change on this time frame. But for the moment, we had a strong run up, and I've been waiting for this pullback, and the trend is still down, and so I'm a bear on the weekly. If we take a look at the daily, though, we did have a nice strong run up again. It's the same run up that we had on the weekly, but we have pulled back into this level here that coincides with these highs from back in early June, late May. And it also coincides with these lows from back in March, right? So a level that price certainly likes to pull back to and consolidate at, right? We had a nice almost 2 weeks of consolidation here, another almost 2 weeks of consolidation here before finally breaking out, and we're right back in here. So we could certainly chop around in here for the rest of the week. That is a very, very good possibility. But we also do have some good news events, like I said, to create some volatility in the market and maybe break through this level or react off and start to bounce back up. And so on this time frame, I am neutral. I need to see it break out of these ranges before I'm not neutral. And so I don't necessarily expect too much today. We had a nice wide-ranging day. This wasn't a huge wide-ranging day last Friday, but we did break out of some levels, and then we had a nice, decent wide-ranging day, which is sometimes followed by a ranging day. And so, though we did break the lows, I'm not necessarily sure that we're going to necessarily break out of these levels or out of this level today. So, gonna be a bit cautious. I'm more neutral to bearish on this time frame right now because we broke the trend line. Higher time frame is down. We tested these highs. We had a nice run up. So I'm a neutral bear right now on this time frame. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the 60. On the 60, I have a few levels marked out here. Right, we had a nice run down yesterday. We gapped down Sunday night, ran down. We opened in here and then ran down again and had a nice strong close to the downside, essentially near its lows on the day. And again, we broke the lows but quickly popped back up, and we're right at yesterday's lows right now, basically. Which means we have completely engulfed the CPI news from a couple of weeks ago. That happened yesterday, basically, in yesterday's move, and now we're testing the lows here of the range that I talked about. So the question is, after the strong run, does it need to pull back to some of these levels, which would coincide with the highs of this range over here that it consolidated in? Or is it going to push further down to the lows before starting to consolidate? And that's kind of what we're going to be looking for and looking to today is for me to get long, let's say, I'm going to need to see I'm going to need to see a very strong push above the overnight highs and even this level here. Probably like into here, and then a pullback. And then a pullback to maybe retest like these highs before trying to get long. Right? I'm going to be more so interested in seeing if, let's say, these overnight highs and this level here holds. Price hangs out below here to get short, right? I need price to break out above, and then this area here hold above to get long, and vice versa. If we pull up into here and this area starts to hold and price is holding below there, then I'm going to be looking to get short. And essentially kind of the same but opposite is true to the downside. I'm going to want to see a strong push to the downside. Strong push down here to the downside, right? And then a retest of maybe the lows from the overnight or even the lows from Friday back up into here, but a pullback to maybe get short into these lows from the consolidation area. If not, if we pull into these, if we don't necessarily get as deep into here, right, and we start holding and we pull back, but we're holding up above, then I'll look to get long from down here. And if we do get way down into these lows, I'm going to be late to the game and probably not do much of anything. So those are going to be my if-then scenarios going into the open today on the ES. We should have Franco and Beto back with us in the live session at 9:25. We had some technical difficulties to get them going here in the pre-market. But thank you guys for joining me, and we'll catch you guys in about 10 minutes on the live session. Take care.